Uh-oh. What did I just do? Uh-oh, I'm breaking stuff. Uh-oh. What is that? Is that me? Is that evil pollution me? Uh-oh. Time to run. What is this? I thought we were done. I thought we were done. Well, I thought we had one more, and I was correct, but like, I was convinced there for a second that we were done. Episode 9. Let's do it.
Who's the best space dog? Oh, dia moja хорошая, хорошенькая моя, ты просто космическая. Eh? Who's the best hairy cosmonaut? It is indeed a lovely sunset, and it reminds me of the skies of Peru. I didn't?
This dog
told you about the wonderful
has
Sky City? Well, it was an extraordinary place, but one filled with dangers. Well, it might have been simple for you to cross it, but you were in a space capsule. I had to rely on my own 2 feet, my noshki. Feet which, I might add, had just crossed the interior, beaten the villain Toll, and helped inspire the Myank to a workers' revolution. Oh, that's all very easy for you to say, but your idea of civilized behavior is licking your own bottom in public. No. My adventures above the clouds were filled with untold dangers, death-defying escapes, and some really quite extraordinarily large Bielaribica. And it happened like this.
That dog had the face of the way like furries draw. Like, did it not? It had like a people face. It had like a person face, but like dog. It looked like it's like one of the, like a furry artist kind of sort of 3D rendering. The final 00F intro. The rush of onion to the head.
Weeks had passed since I left Plutonia, and one evening, exhausted, I simply fell asleep at the foot of a strange windmill. And when I awoke, well, that thought didn't cross my mind. I was exhausted after all. This is besides the point, my nosy canine friend. What matters is this. When I awoke, the windmill and the ground around it had been carried high into the air. What magic was this? To the magia. As unlikely, perhaps, as a suitcase-sized dog orbiting the center of the Earth for many years. Quite.
Yep, this is how
Quick as a flash
sky ships work.
My training leapt into play, and I began to paddle the strange contraption through the clouds in search of answers. It is entirely possible that a miller who owns a windmill capable of levitating high into the air may also own a flying machine. Oh, now you're just being silly. May I continue my recounting of how I sailed over the sky gardens towards the mystical city of Peru? Oh, I must, my moi ushati drug. I must.
Ooh, look what we got back there. Right. Look at the sky city. Castles in the sky. There's a place, or there was a thief. There's a thief in the night. No one knows where to hide. There's a castle in the sky. There's castles everywhere. Fairy tales, thee and me, fables coming from our memories. Right? Is that what it was? Fantasy is not a crime. Find your castles in the sky. I'm sure I butchered those lyrics.
Powerful emanations! What mighty gusts! What an epic squall!
Skval.
Reminded me of cousin Pavel, yes! But whereas his rearward zephyrs could curdle milk and tarnish the teaspoons, these magical wafts only serve to carry me aloft and onwards.
Curdle the milk and tarnish the teaspoons. Now that's an insult right there. This. We're adjusting the polarity? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're changing the winds? Are we in Skypea? We're gonna have to fight Eneru?
But something was afoot in the gardens of Perun. This horrid muck staining the surfaces and making my nose curl. Yes, it was positively Pavilion in scent. But it did not belong here.
That's a furry artist.
I think I once
Rendering
told
of a
you about
dog.
Dimasha's passionate
100%.
encounter in a cable car with the manganese entrepreneur from Chiatura. Now, Auntie Masha told me that there was a disagreeable stain and smell all around those factories and smelting works. Our industry is not without its dangers. Could it be that the once bucolic gardens of Perun were being corrupted by unchecked pollution? After all, science is a double-edged sword, my bristly confidant. Consider Zemikov. Of course. I apologize. Proшу прощения. Two-headed dogs is perhaps a rather insensitive analogy, but not without justification in this instance. I have seen the blemished lands around Norilsk, but I could not believe that I would find such pollution here. But this was nothing to the true horror of what was shortly to unfold.
Beep, 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 boo, beep, boo. Now I have castles in the sky stuck in my head. I just got castles in the sky stuck in my head. Is it even the night? No one knows when I. Is it castles in the sky? Look at these blimps. Boing. Boing. Look at the blimps. Oh, we gotta change the polarity of the wind. A little jump for good measure. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Uh-oh, I'm breaking stuff. Uh-oh. What is that? Is that me? Is that evil pollution me? Uh-oh. Time to run. Yeah, time to run.
Terrible, straszna machina spewing its poison into the air had created a monstrous thing. A being. A malignant spoiler of the noble and pure. And it had taken on the form of its prey. Well, of course. No, конечно, I was the prey. The citizens of Perun had clearly long since fled the evilly sentient smog, but I inadvertently wandered into its lair. Oh, I know. Misfortune seemed to dog me. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. To follow my every footstep. But no time to ponder, no time to bemoan the hand that fate had dealt me. No, all that was on my mind was escape, конечно.
Yep. There we go. So that seems like an inconvenient / ineffective way of hunting something if you're like if you're a predator, to be the thing that looks exactly like the thing you're hunting.
Yes, it was most interesting. The windmill seemed to be from an earlier age. Perhaps this was a devastating warning of the destructive power of unfettered industrialization.
Especially if it's like a human.
Most certainly had not forgotten.
Listen, we may be dumb, but if someone shows up looking exactly like us, we're gonna be there's gonna be sus.
Oh, a brilliant, brave, spacefaring dog, of course, but a small Sabashka nonetheless. If If you perhaps listened more and interrupted less, I am just getting to the explanation of the windmills.
Here, there we go. Oh yeah, there was another episode of Pushing Daisies that had a windmill. It's basically this guy hijacked a plane and crashed it into a building because he was escaping from jail. Turns out he was trying to follow his pigeon, his carrier pigeon.
My stinky nemesis was back. But
Nemesis.
more interesting was the change in the city. The windmills were fading out,
There we go.
clearly obsoleted.
What was his name?
Relics.
Oh yeah, he was
Instead, a sensible obsession
he was trying to chase his pigeon because it was a carrier pigeon,
vast engines,
and he was messaging this person that owned the windmill, and turns out they generations like passed by of them sending love letters to each other.
Pride, ambition, ambition, the dark side of science. Zemechov's had too many. Don't be ridiculous, dog. Only a Durak with the intellectual capacity of a ringworm would think windmills are in any way harmful.
Oh, speaking of windmills also, I don't know if you've heard, but over in the UK, they are a permit, I guess, whatever it is, was just passed that is allowing them to put wind turbines in the sea that are like, it's like half the size of New York land space into the sea, and it'll generate enough energy to power like 3.3 million homes, and it'll be done, or it starts in 2027, which I thought was really cool. Yes, we need more of that, please. Need more. Hold on, what's over here? What do we have here? What is this? What is this? Oh, a cutscene, that's what it is. Also, this music, great. I love it. Look at that pollution back there. Ew. That pollution back there. Gross. But I thought it was a cool thing that the UK is like, hey, we're trying to be more eco-conscious. Eco-conscious? No, that's not what I was talking about. I guess eco-conscious, right? Earth. Make Earth better. Nice try, Noid. See ya. Whoop. There we go. Jump. See, this is what I was talking about when we were playing what's it called? Europa. More crap that we need to do to better Earth.
You do at least have a tail. Mind you, family gossip maintains that so did Uncle Rabliem, although it was apparently little more than a stub, and a source of considerable discomfort and social anxiety for him. The question of whether or not Uncle Rabliem wagged his stub is very much off topic. What I am trying to say is that your upbringing on the streets of Moscow meant you never saw the blackened fields of Magnitogorsk. The sacrifices made by the valiant citizens of that industrial heartland, as they drowned in their own blight, even as they powered the state forwards. I was reminded of Magnitogorsk as I wandered through those fields of pipes and foundries, and I wept for the loss of innocence that so often goes hand in hand with progress.
The yells. The yells get me every time. What the heck? Are we in the US? What is this place? Got him. Get wrecked, US. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, storm. Pollution storm. Active. Oh, oh, we hurt our leg. Oh, oh. We're limping. I was wondering when we were gonna hurt our leg next. Give it a minute. We'll be good. We'll heal ourselves. We're a fast healer. I think this is the longest he's limped. Usually he recovers pretty fast. Jump!
Indeed. I just evaded the slimy, oily grasp of that man-made Vadzinoy, his petroleum stink clogging my nostrils and making my head thump. And I felt a great stirring within me. Yes, much like I assume Cousin Pavel. May he never get loose again. But no, quite different. This was no volcanic upbubbling of gastric malintent. No, it was the roaring fires of justice once more ignited within me. I felt a swell of patriotic fervor and knew the hand of destiny had fallen on me once more. Yes, what a hand it was! I could not see this great wonder sink into an abyss of poison and bile. The Perunians may have been forced to abandon their city, but I had saved the world once before and was ready to answer the call again.
Okay. All right. Now we can get back to the game. Wait, I was like, wait, I can crouch? Yes, I can crouch. I've been doing that throughout the entire game. Me. Look at this. Wait, look at this place. It was beautiful. Now it's all green and gross. Ew. Hmm. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Look at us flapping. Look at us flapping. Just flopping around like a fish boy. What's going on over here? Oh, our leg's healed. Oh, speaking of fish. Oh, wow. How convenient was that? How convenient is that?
Metal Bielaribitsa clearly designed to swim through the air. I was amazed. And there was more. Beneath the fins, I spotted the apertures of hoses and was reminded of the time Auntie Agrafina devised a contraption to water all of her copious algae beds simultaneously with one flush of the toilet by a system of pipes and valves that ran throughout her house. Można tak сказать, in a manner of speaking, yes. Her algae were most irrigated, although her neighbor Victor was washing his trousers in the sink at the time and was bruised quite severely about the face and body. But these were no ordinary flying metal fish. They were designed to expel air, fresh air, and push back the polluted clouds.
We need those. We need those. Also, how is the game laggy on stream? Or does it look good? What am I doing? Oh. I was like, what did that do? That activated this. I can fly like a fish boy to this door. Fly like a fish boy.
Tradition of looking to nature to solve problems of a scientific or military persuasion.
It's fine? All right, cool.
As you well know, my nephew Sergei, yes, the very same, poor lad with his dermatological eruptions. Well, Sergei was stationed recently at Kazachya Bukhta, where dolphins were being trained as brilliant aquatic agents of socialism. Why not then be inspired by marine life? Why, there is a fish, I have heard, that can shoot jets of water from beneath the surface to knock its prey off little tiny twigs and into its mouth.
This is true. This is a real thing. That is a real fish.
Mushroom Sheriff, that a dog would orbit the Earth, I suspect you would receive a similarly sneering response.
I don't know the names of those fish.
That is because you are a small, hairy hound of uncertain parentage. I, on the other hand, am a cosmonaut, the product of many months of training, and I realized the answer to pollution was here all along. The Peronians, tragically, had simply never had time to finish their fleet. If only I could find a working flying fish. If only.
If only.
Yes.
All right. How much you want to bet we're going to find one? A working fish.
It made perfect sense, of course. The poisonous Tuhata that engulfed Barun was like a nasty cold. And you know what to do with a cold to rid yourself of it. You may not get colds, but nor can you operate pea-shelling machinery. So don't get ideas.
Oddly
about your
specific.
fish. We humans, on the other hand, may produce up to 16 million perfectly unshelled peas in an average shift. But we are martyrs to our sinuses. But to
Oh,
clear
that's not what I meant to do.
Aha! These are remedies we Russians have been perfecting over the long centuries of harsh winters. Onions. Quick snifter of onion oil will clear your head faster than a Pragviev can clear a hypothetical minefield. Yes, if I could find a functional fish, I would become that onion.
Oh, there's the onion. There's the onion. I was wondering where the onion would come in for this for this episode because it has literal onion in the name of it. I was like, there's been a severe lack of onion usage in this level. In fact, it's just all air and like pollution. That's all. Ooh, 3 levers. All right, so, and then we'll go over here. I sense that this one is the way to go. Oh, it's just, okay, it just does all 3. Never mind. I thought it was a puzzle. I thought it was a puzzle. Nope, I just had to turn all 3. All right, makes sense. How dare I think this, like, has puzzles in it. I was presented with 3 3 levers. And an expectation to solve it. I was wrong. It's the random yells. Land on my back, knock the wind out of me. Where's that fish? Where's that? Oh, I hurt my leg again. I hurt my leg again. Uh-oh.
I was close. I could feel it. Yes, the working fish, the ribka. I could feel I was at the heart of Perun, and my noxious pursuer had renewed its chase with a terrible vigor.
It's only slightly more threatening because I hurt my leg. It's a good thing he's slow. It's a good thing this dum-dum is slow. I don't even see him. I can barely see him back there. My hurt leg. This is how I walk if I'm like if I sat on my leg for too long or was like in the bathroom for too long. I get noodle leg, you know?
It's almost as if you knew, Pavel. Uncanny.
Jump. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Woohoo! He is Mario. I was gonna make a Mario joke. But he literally yahooed.
A beautiful sight. Her scales shimmering in the sunlight, her fins poised for action, Her onion cannons primed for
Her
a great
onion
aerial
cannons.
conflict unseen in the annals of human endeavor. And you are just jealous it was a bigger flying machine than yours. No, Pilius Pal. It was time for science to fight back. Yes, my hairy compatriot. Paechale, onwards to victory!
Are we gonna solve this? Are we gonna solve this? This fish kind of reminds me of that children's story fish with the scales. Oh, it's one of those. I gotta dodge. I gotta dodge the debris. Zoom. What's that? What's that children? The rainbow fish or something like that? What was it called? What is that? Ooh. Ow. Oh, I only get 2 hits? Oops. I was never good at these kind of things. I'm not the best at like bullet hell games either. So these kind of things get me every time. What is it? We got lightning now? Uh-oh. Okay. Gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. We got what? How do we get horizontal lightning? How does that make sense? Make that make sense. What is happening? Explain. Oh no, is this the rhino? Oh no, are we? Uh-oh. Are we secretly James and the Giant Peach? Yeah, I'm not really good. I like playing bullet hells, but I'm really bad at it. Well, I hate this. Oh, this is not cool. I don't like that. Yeah, we could go without doing that again. That'd be great. Like, I like the Toho games. I love the Toho games. I'm just doo-doo at them. Nope. 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 This is like it's like the sandstorm from the Mummy. Don't like that. Ow. Oh, that's right. I only get 3 hits. Wait, am I back at the beginning? Oh, don't tell me I'm back at the beginning. It resets me back to the beginning? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. We're gonna be here for a while. Let's hang down here. There we go. There was a bullet hell game that I actually like really enjoyed, and you like played on like a spherical world, or like a constantly rotating circle kind of sort of thing. I don't remember the name of it. It came out. It was like one of the release games, or like the yeah, release games for the PS4. Forgot the name of it, but it was a really fun like bullet hell game. But I don't remember the name of it. How'd that hurt me? Wasn't activated yet. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I've only been hit once. Once. I gotta be careful. Can't get hit anymore, even though I could get hit 2 times. What kind of absurdity is this? What is this? Oh, man. Okay. Oh! Let's go. Oh, that's a visual. Whoa. That's a visual.
That was a miracle. I found myself swooping through beautiful clear skies, the strange interior sunlight gleaming on the sides of my fishy vessel. I heard birds clear their little throats and begin their wondrous gvalt, the wind gently humming on the fins. And then, all of a sudden, under it all, well, you see, in my hurry, it didn't even occur to me to check how much fuel was carried in the strange craft.
What?
With a horrible splutter, the engines choked and died.
Where's the subtitles?
We're plummeting downwards towards our doom. I did not. A simple mistake that many have made. Why, my Aunt Agrafina met her untimely demise being late for a fungal sculpting seminar.
A fungal sculpting seminar?
Error. Only, unfortunately, it left her stranded in sub-zero temperatures.
You can't tell me that's not a furry face. Like a dog face that a furry would draw. You can't tell. That's 100% what it looks like.
It is beside the point, yes. So, there I was. My fabulous ship had become a terrible prison. I was hurtling to my almost certain death. My triumph turned to tragedy. But then... Well,
Look at those eyes.
you know what happened next.
Those are furry eyes.
Even so, moi magnati drug, that is a story for another time. A most extraordinary story, of course, filled with dangers and wonders, and canals, and invasions, and strange doorways to other worlds. But perhaps too long a story for now. Yes, indeed, my canine tavarish. Time for soup. Auntie Agrafina's famous borscht. Coming?
That's it. Look at that. We beat the game.
I think you really did
Oh.
have a happier time in Peru. The benefits of being a suitcase-sized dog in a little space machine, perhaps. Ah, yes, the correct term is indeed capsule, as I told the general once. Why, a letter just the other week. He's thinking of retiring, he says. Yes, and moving to Bashkiria to nurture bees.
Bees.
Bees? It surprised me too.
I know.
I thought if animal husbandry was to be his passion, it would be a large, manly animal like elk, or bears, or a caban. Perhaps the bees he is thinking of are particularly militaristic. Or stingy, yes. Did you want bread with your soup? In which case, there's half a tin of old beef you could also finish. Somewhat gray, but I'm sure it won't taste awful. Yes, my four-legged associate. Now, did I ever tell you the story of when Uncle Rablien got his stub ensnared in the seat of a wicker chair in the finest fish restaurant in the whole
His
of
stub ensnared into a wicker chair. What the heck? Was he a James Bond in the Daniel Craig James Bond? Because there was a wicker chair scene with his stub in there, you know? There was that scene. But that's it. Look at that. We beat the game. We beat little Orpheus. That was actually surprisingly fun for a game that I never heard of, knew nothing about, that I bought on a whim because it was on sale. Turns out really fun. Really enjoyed it.